nobody, and I mean nobody, tackles issues like inflammatory talk. Shut up! And Mr. Midnight Movie. Shut up! And Jewish producer.
Hello, son.
Shut up! We tackle the things that nobody tackles.
Hello, son.
The man that
Hello, son.
Stop walking on eggshells. Shut up!
Hello, son.
Goofy Bone can get off his bloviated fat enchilada ass and start talking about La Raza.
Hello, son.
Chocolate, put that in your food, and chocolate, put that in your food, and the skipping all day long.
We're making a movie about white guilt. We're going to examine all these facts. Shut up! The civil rights movement today basically protects criminals.
Okay, stop interrupting me.
We're making a movie about white guilt.
Okay, stop interrupting me.
Shut up! We're making a movie about white guilt.
Done in a beautiful fashion. The documentary, at the same time, both prose and poetry.
It's not the noble movement that it was.
I'm above you on all these issues. I've been to the military. I have served in the capacity to protect your rights to bloviate. To protect your rights to bloviate.
Who are you to tell me what my style is, you meth addict?
I've been to the military.
How do you know I'm a meth addict?
I'm above you on all these issues.
How do you know I'm a meth addict?
You haven't served in the military. In fact, you wouldn't be fit for the military.
I'm a racist, and I don't consider myself an especially evil person.
What's this got to do with the price of rice in China?
But I'm just telling you, I'm a better man than you are.
You're a narcissist. We've established that.
Okay, stop interrupting me. You could not defend the very rights you enjoy. You are the ultimate invalid.
I could stop you. Solutions is not a daily show.
What's this got to do with the price of rice in China?
Money. I'm into aviation. Money.
Power.
Money.
Power.
Man boob.
Shut up.
I see why Sick the Tank Daddy kicked his ass and kicked him out of the house early on.
Man boob.
Shut up.
I'm going to talk over you as loud as I can. I've got my speaker full blast.
To blow you away.
Shut up.
Mr. Midnight Movie.
My name is Delano. I have killed this Midnight Movie. I stab that son of a bitch.
This is
Money.
Power.
Money.
Power.
tired.
Money.
Power.
Money.
Oh, yes, sir. We're live.
We are live.
Gosh, it's already Wednesday night. You're listening to Inflammatory Talk with Mr. Midnight Movie and Jewish producer, JP. Yes. Some people don't even like to call me Jewish producer. Man, we talked about it this week. People hate Jewish producer.
Well, I don't know if it's your personality or the anti-Semitism that a lot of human beings have.
I'm blaming the nickname. But it's probably my personality. Yeah. If that's the case, sorry, people.
Yes. Yes. You've been going at it with a lot of people lately. And you did play basketball with me yesterday, and we were on opposite teams.
Yeah, that was today.
Yeah, today. Yes. When did I say that?
We're on opposite teams, and I made a couple nice moves on you. I missed some easy shots, though.
Yeah, so did I.
I was a little upset about that.
It's for me. It's much harder to have my shot go when it's full court than it is half court for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, shooting percentage goes way down. Even hot hand Mike over there. You know, he had a tough time. He struggled, but he warmed up. Some of these guys play great. That court is long. It's a long court.
Yeah. Well, and just another thing, I just don't like the, and I don't like the fact that you guys had a sub and we didn't, dude. I mean, I'm the...
No. You guys had a choice.
Yeah, no.
You guys picked us.
No.
You were lucky, actually. I would have preferred to not have the option.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't like having a sub.
I like having a sub, because I can kind of, rest in between, because... God, these guys are older, but, they're vegetarians. I'm 49. These guys are like Mike Cohen. And
there's only one vegetarian there, probably. No, a couple.
Mickey, Mickey and
the little Jeff, Tibet-looking guy looks like he might be a vegetarian.
And Jeff. The two skinny guys, the two skinny Jewish guys, are both vegetarians.
Oh, is that right? The other tall dude?
I cannot. Goggle Man, and I cannot.
Well, you don't like him? Do you don't like Goggle Man?
No, I don't like Goggle Man.
Why not?
Because no, I actually like Goggle Man.
Yeah, Goggle Man's cool. I think they're all pretty cool. Jesse's cool. They're all a bunch of good guys. One guy kind of irks me, though. I'm not going to say who.
Yeah. And
if you guess what guy I think kind of bugs me, which guy do you think it would be?
Well, he doesn't play with us anymore. He doesn't even work with us.
No. One of the guys that plays with us, he's okay. He's just kind of, something about it kind of bugs me.
Well, everyone's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're all pretty cool.
I mean, there were, the two people that, both of my, former supervisors, they were, they had, you know what I mean?
They were problematic.
Oh my God. Take the ball down all by yourself. And,
it looks like he's kind of thuggish, though. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like him. There's a guy that plays, he kind of has like a thuggish attitude about him. One of the guys does. He's kind of thuggy.
Is he short?
No, he's the guy that was scoring all the buckets today.
Oh yeah. But I prefer him to. I actually prefer him to like playing with take the ball down by himself. We had a nickname for him. He was called Jew from San Francisco.
Is Jew from San Francisco, right?
And he would, yeah. And you actually paid to play with that guy. And what he do?
Well, I was in the league. He was supposed to pay, but he didn't because he cheated. Never mind, I won't go there. But
no. I mean, Jew from. I mean, not half Asian guy, but Jew from San Francisco.
No. Oh. I doubt he paid.
Yeah. But Jew from but Jew from San Francisco, would he also take the ball down by himself and do some of that? I'm gonna. Instead of
razzle.
Yeah.
Except like his game had no razzle dazzle, but he would walk. He'd always bring the ball down. The worst thing, I always said this. I always dreaded it. If we played together, the worst possible thing that could happen when you're playing with that guy is for him to make his first shot, because then he thinks he's going to make everything. So he starts every shot out after he makes a shot. Every time he touches the ball, it goes up into the void.
Oh, I could imagine people getting just furious.
So there were a couple games where like he came out, he started playing, and he shot the ball, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, please miss, but he made it, and I was like, no, and then that was when he would turn on Ball Hog City would come on, it'd be like full throttle.
Mm-hmm. And I heard that people would just absolutely cuss him out. Like sometimes they would just get into full throttle, like and just get really pissed off. But have you seen the video of Egg Boy?
So what's funny is you asked me earlier if I got the Egg Boy video, and I was like, I don't think so. But I had been watching this thing all week. I didn't put it one and one together. I never thought of him as Egg Boy. I just saw the clip, and I didn't realize he had this nickname. So that's why I couldn't remember. But when I watched it, I kind of was like, I mean, it's such a brazen move. Yeah. Like what he does is so calculated. He like,
I would have punched. I probably would have. I probably would have punched that kid.
The senator. He's standing behind the senator of Australia. He holds up his cell phone to videotape it and crushes an egg over his head right on as he's giving a press conference. And I mean, holy crap! And then he turned around and the senator clocked him once, then swung up again.
He slapped him twice. Now, can we play the video? Do you have the video, or do you want me to put it in the? All you have to do is let's share the screen.
I have it here. I think it. Oh yeah. By the way,
Yeah.
he has a new video too, so I'll play that. So here we go with the egg. I don't know if you'll.
The people are getting attacked in their
This is him.
And they put him in a 3-person headlock. He gets into a 2-person headlock. And then they lecture him, and then the police take him away. So then he releases this short clip, new message from the egg boy.
Don't egg politicians, you get tackled by 30 bogans at the same time. Don't egg politicians, you get tackled by 30 bogans at the same time. I learned the hard way.
So yeah, that's egg boy. Now, do you know why he did this?
Well, supposedly, the senator had, I guess, made some supposedly racist remarks about Muslims and stuff. But in my opinion, that should not matter what he says. You still do not have the right, because you disagree with someone, to assault them. And I tweeted this. I tweeted to you as well. But
by the way, what the message this meme is sending?
Yeah.
All right, because it is, it's so well choreographed, and the meme is so strong. I mean, in my opinion, all right, because this guy was a right-winged anti-Muslim
an
politician.
anti-immigrant, and he was in a lot of things he's been against.
And hold on, and so for him to for the act of nailing the guy on the head with an egg seems like the ultimate ponage, the ultimate prank. But boy, does this really send a bad message to anybody who is right of center, trying to get a point across in public. I mean, is this, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, this just, there's no, yeah, sure. He basically gets thumped on afterwards, but what are the results of this? His video is gone. I mean, what is it? I mean, many millions now of views within hours after the video. And he went completely viral, completely famous, and all he had to endure was 2 smacks and a headlock.
And he's lucky he didn't get smashed in the face. I mean, he's lucky. I mean, some people, dude, if you would have done that to them, they would have, dude, I would have unloaded. I would have given that guy a right cross or a left hook, and then a few maybe knees, like while he was falling down. I would have I might have man, you know what? That guy showed, in my opinion, he showed a lot of restraint. And there's a lot of talk that because he's 17 years of age, that this kid, he's only 17, and the guy smacked him twice. It's like, dude, you're lucky you didn't get, I knew better than that when I was a kid, to put your hands. I mean, by the time you're 17, to put your hands on a grown man.
Right. That's seems like everybody. I read a comment. Everybody involved did something illegal.
And I just got called a fag on one of my secret education commented, fag, homo, fag. Who is Secretary of Education?
What did you say that was so faggy?
I don't know. Oh, it was on my ego victim, and the guy called me a fag and a homo. I don't know who this person is, but I just got called a fag and a homo. It's been 6 hours ago. There was a show called Ego Victim, and somebody called me a fag.
Do you get these messages throughout the day while you're at work?
Sometimes I'll get these messages, but not as Not as often, and sometimes I think I get blocked. I mean, the one time I couldn't even deliver a message because they wouldn't let me post, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. They don't like what I say. But, yeah, a lot of, if you look on Twitter, if you go on Twitter and you type in Egg Boy, there are a lot of people who...
Have you done this?
Yeah. Go in the search engine and just put in Egg Boy.
Hashtag Egg Boy.
Yeah, if you just go on Egg Boy, yeah, if you just, and you look there are a lot of people who support Egg Boy. And
Oh yeah. No, I mean, that's what I was going to ask you about. So the first comment I'm seeing here, Egg Boy is a true modern hero. My favorite part, even while being choked out by burly fascists, he stays cool, calm, and collected. Massive pair on that kid. Do you understand the message going out here? I mean, the revolution isn't going to be through violence. I mean, this is crazy to me that this guy's being held up as a hero.
Yeah.
And it can't be stopped. People are looking at it and they're like, oh, egg to the head, hero, right? Hero.
Yeah.
He's a hero. Boo.
And to me, yeah, it's absurd. It's absurd.
All the women that were at the women's march are on their feet tonight, cheering and applauding for Egg Boy.
Yeah. Yay! And someone, there's a guy named John Shakespeare who said context. One is a bullet with like blood, and the other is an egg with yolk. But
absolutely
absurd. It's just absurd.
It's a good point. Yeah, it's so true.
You know what? You don't. First of all, you do not put your hands on anybody. And there's been a lot of people who are, Sam Harris called them, I think, pornographers of this, and basically saying that everybody who is a conservative in this and that is responsible for the mass murder in New Zealand. And, you notice that they don't say that anytime the other side commits murder. For example, when Mika Johnson shot those 5 police officers in Dallas, they said this was a nut. When Colin Ferguson, the Long Island Railroad shooter, when he murdered all those, and he was targeting whites, nobody said, they said he was a nut. Why is this kind of thing any different? This was the person who is responsible for this murder is the murderer. I don't know why anyone, I don't know why anyone else would be blamed, in mentioning that people are, like there is problems with immigration.
His gun was an egg.
Yeah, his gun was an egg. Yeah, that's what and that's what they're saying, and that's what. You blame Muslims, your brain needs more protein to make this. And so it's kind of funny. The incredible Egg Boy. I think Egg Boy should meet Stickman, by the way.
Stickman, huh?
Yeah. But, yeah, Egg Boy. I mean, just what a nonsense. I mean, just... Maybe Egg Boy should egg Jesse Smollett. And I think a lot of people make things up. It's just, yeah. And his name is Will Conley. And of course, I accept Muslims. I certainly accept and respect Islam. Believe that a good person is the good person, whether he is Christian, Muslim, or any other religion. And he says, my appeal to the world, I think, we must unite, stand in solidarity against violence, racism, extremism, hatred, and terrorism. I call on all people for peace. Egg Boy. Yeah, Egg Boy, you're a scumbag. If you're hitting someone in the back of the head with an egg, you're not nonviolent. I'm sorry. And just all of the things on Twitter right now, and I don't know if Twitter is censoring anything, but just about everything on Twitter is in favor of this kid doing what he did, and I can't believe that is the majority consensus.
It's mind-boggling that a violent act, and it's very, very telling of our times. A violent act is being heralded as heroic behavior. Whether it was staged or not, this is just sending out the reaction is what counts, and the reaction is just kind of astonishing. I'm amazed at how many times I've read on Twitter, how many times I saw the word hero, and I'm scared for people who want to stand up and tell their perspective. And is it okay to get kicked in the knee if you try to say something that's bucking the system, right?
Yeah. And,
who's going to be the next hero for the? Yeah. I don't know whoever sent this guy, but who is going to be the next Egg Boy?
Oh no! I hear his account has been suspended. Let me take a look and see if his account. Yeah, his account has been suspended. So Egg Boy is no longer. But the fact that and Twitter was just on, by the way, when they were on the Joe Rogan podcast. And against violence, and all of these people are supporting Egg Boy.
Are they really? Is Joe Rogan supporting Egg Boy?
No. Joe Rogan, but the people on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Jack Dorsey and I forget the other person's name. They were on Twitter, saying that they were against acts of violence or threats of violence. And everyone here, just about, I think about, it's almost like 80 to 90%.
There's the pass to Leitner. Puts it up.
Sorry, it's March Madness tomorrow, dude.
Oh, shit.
But, yeah, go on.
But, just about, it's almost, it's like 90%. When you basically hashtag this kid, just all of it is in support of him. None of it is condemning what he did. It's hard to believe that the people on the left, this seems like that there has been that there's such a paradigm shift. The times are really changing. And that they are showing that they support the right of assault. Because that was an assault.
There's the pass to Leitner.
Remember that shot?
Yeah. But I guess, because if this had been done to a left-wing politician, can you imagine the outrage?
I wonder, though.
Can you imagine if it was a Black Lives Matter supporter? Even if the Black Lives Matter supporter had said something controversial?
You know what? If someone out there is pulling, I think that's almost too controversial to happen. Somehow this white-on-white crime doesn't spark the same outrage as something what you're describing.
Yeah. So, yeah. I just, I got distracted. Someone said that I'm not on YouTube.
You're not paying attention at all. What the hell's wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
Do you not have a conversation anymore?
I'm sorry. You know what? I got distracted. I got because I see myself on YouTube, but I may not be on YouTube anymore.
Who cares?
I'm sorry.
Do it later. Right now is right now.
You're right. but it just took me.
We're not live on YouTube. We should be live. Doing live streaming on YouTube is the place to be.
You're probably right.
That is but maybe not even. I don't know how long YouTube's going to stay so powerful, but
well, hopefully,
you know what they offered. Here's what they did. If you and I were to host our own videos on our website, okay, it would cost on average close to $10 a month for one video. At least 10, maybe 10 to $15 a month just to host one video. Okay, I'm just giving you an idea here of what's going on. YouTube offers a platform where you can go on and you can provide them with all the video content you create, and they will host it for you for no cost. So I ask you, when you get something that free, okay, who is really the one being sold? Who is really the product? And I ask this because YouTube must be getting a hell of a lot out of all the content we give them. So, now that the fact that they're pulling the cords and not allowing certain voices to be heard for whatever they have a strange method of choosing who can and can't express their thoughts without getting taken down. But man, it's an interesting thing when you look at it. It really is. I just don't see how they are going to maintain their popularity. There's got to be another method of hosting videos like that in an effective, cheap way that will be so attractive that most of these people that are posting and active on YouTube will be willing to move away from it. That's once it happens, they're going to be YouTube's dust. People are itching to get the hell out of there already.
Well, it is such a censor and non-free speech place, but Hollywood, YouTube, the tech companies in Hollywood are kind of intertwined, I believe, and also the mainstream media. There's a whole kind of power structure, and it's all the mechanics behind the scenes and everything. It's really kind of interesting to see how all the puzzles kind of fit as far as censorship goes. But you can't, and the truth is, the manner in which they choose to have their propaganda, and the people that they choose to speak and who aren't allowed to speak, it's really kind of interesting because YouTube gave people a platform where basically more intelligent people were allowed to speak than the people who were just allowed to speak, and the other people had to be quiet. So what's been happening is these voices seem to be, they just seem to be too convincing. So what they want to do is, in the name of hate speech, in the name of civil rights, try to shut down what they don't like. And you know what? Stefan Molyneux's speech just got shut down. I just want to play a little.
It's a great challenge of philosophy to figure out how to turn evil.
I just wanted to find out. Let's see. Speech in Vancouver, Canada, was shut down Friday by leftist thugs, March 15th, and the speech that got him deplatformed. Please, yeah. So he was Stefan Molyneux was deplatformed by the same people that support Egg Boy are also supporting to deplatform.
Well, he's I wouldn't consider him right wing,
but he's certainly. Well, I'll tell you this: he is
Certainly not a centrist.
He, for me, articulates the best, like about white guilt and about some of these. He's the number one he's the number one champion, in my opinion. The number one champion for people who speak out against the civil rights industrial complex. To me, he is the best in that arena. He articulates positions that, I mean, like I could never master the way he does it, and that is, like I said, I give him kudos and I retweet his stuff all the time because I think, I think it's something that should be challenged. There's a lot of things that are going on, throughout America and throughout the world. Mm-hmm. That need to be talked about, and America is a nation that. Oh man, he's calling me again. Can you believe that?
Well, it happened to me too, but you didn't hear me bitch about it.
I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. But it'll be because it just the one thing is it goes over my screen, and. I almost want to ask, if he calls the show, I almost want to ask him. Mm-hmm. See, there he goes again.
But do what you got to do, man.
No. And let me give the number to the show. Hey guys, I want to give out. Hey, what's the number to the show, JP?
Yeah, there is. We have a call-in number. It is guest call-in is 917-889-9178. I'm going to post it in our room.
Okay.
So go and find us on Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah, you can find us on Blog Talk Radio, folks.
Everybody should be listening to us, but you're not. I see you. I see you not. I see you listening to other stuff. That's a big mistake.
Yeah. And I like all kinds of humor in movies. And the fact of the matter is you can't do humor in movies like anymore because there are so-called protected groups you can't make fun of anymore. It's just kind of sickening. And best foreign war movie ever. God, that's a hard one. I'm just looking at our page. And I have to take another drink of water.
Are you seeing anything good?
Not really.
Not yet. All right, so our number is posted in the chat room, 917-889-9178.
It is also posted in the chat room of our Spreaker show, Inflammatory Talk.
Ooh, and, that's right. Egg boy.
Do we have, by the way, do we have, wait, who did that?
No, that was me on accident. I was trying to post the phone number for our call. I was trying to post the number for our call-in. Everything.
It is kind of funny. But is anyone calling the show right now as we speak? Or on our Blog Talk show? We are on Blog Talk too. Do we have a caller in?
No, but he's calling us. Hurry up!
Nobody's calling us, but he called me several. Yeah, actually, you know what? He didn't call anymore. I don't like anything to be forced upon me.
He was just calling in.
Well, was he calling? I don't care if he calls into the show, but when I'm doing a show, if I don't want to take a phone, and you know what? I used to get pissed off when people wouldn't take my call, but now it's like, wait a minute, dude.
He just tried once. I'm okay with that. I don't think we were ready for calls yet, but now I think we're ready. So if you do feel the need, or you have something you want to talk about with Mr. Midnight Movie is calling Egg Boy a 0.
Yeah, I'm calling him a scumbag, basically. I think he's a
scumbag.
A real scumbag. Just a real...
I would love it if somebody called in supporting Egg Boy, because I'm I'm a little upset about this whole thing.
Yeah.
It's just not, these people want to support violence, and they want to support getting egged at.
Yeah. And so many people on Twitter support Egg Boy.
I've been really into old Danzig interviews lately. They're so fun to watch.
Yeah. Now, Islamic Society, the account for Egg Boy, why are you... Okay, that really pisses me off.
What happened? Who are you talking to?
Called again, and it's like, dude, we have a radio show. You know we have a radio show. Why aren't you calling the radio show? He did it again, and it's like, it's very forceful. He knows I don't like it, and he continues it, and it's like, why do you do that? It's not right. You shouldn't do it. Anyway, So Islamic Society UK, the account of Egg Boy has been suspended by Twitter. What a shameful act this is. No, it's not. I mean, that I agree. And then this person, this machine kills fascists. And it's an egg. And Egg Boy is very good and important, but also, like this dude, apparently stopped the massacre from continuing. Okay, not true. And this person, the actions of Egg Boy have been honored in true Melbourne fashion. Overnight, a street artist has painted a mural of the teenager egging. This is outrageous, by the way. It is outrageous how the left, the people who support, I don't get the people that support someone like, you hit someone with an egg. I mean, I see this kid, and I just want to punch. I personally want to smash. I want to break his nose. I mean, I personally want to hit this kid for what he did. I mean, that is so wrong. It is so wrong to put your hand, just awful. I can't believe the people who are supporting that kid. It makes me angry.
We do have a caller. I think we're ready now. Let's see if...
He's almost as bad as Egg Boy, I think.
You're not fucking ready.
How are you tonight? What are you doing? Why are you calling us?
First of all, you're not ready because you can't call in using Skype. Nothing picks up.
Maybe. Huh? Really?
There's a little Skype button on your Blog Talk Radio show. Did you know that?
There is or there isn't?
Yeah, I don't know how that thing works. I don't think I've ever had it work once. I've seen it on there.
I know how it works.
Yeah, I've messed around with it enough.
I know how it works, and it's not working. Meanwhile, I'm going to sound like shit because Midnight Movie's got me going through whatever he's doing, and he doesn't know what he's doing.
Thank you. By the way, what do you think about, have you heard of this Egg Boy?
Yeah, what if you're allergic to eggs?
Yeah, that's true.
I think you should be able to pull out a gun and shoot that fucker right there. You think they'd hide that video on the internet too?
If you shot the kid? No? I mean...
That's a deadly weapon, an egg. An egg is a deadly weapon when you're allergic.
You're right on that.
I thought you had a question for One Angry Jew.
Well...
Or is it situational?
Well, it's more situational.
Isn't everything situational?
Yes.
Damn, I itch.
So you felt that so if you were on a jury...
How are the shingles, by the way?
Oh, you have shingles?
Now they just fucking itch.
He got a bad case of shingles.
Oh, shit. Maybe he'll die.
I guess the itching is like as it's drying up and going away. It must be intensely.
Can you die? Can you die? Can you die from shingles? By the way,
is that the case?
No, but if somebody annoys me to any great degree, I might kill them and they might die. So it works both ways.
So if you
it certainly makes me more. It makes me more agitated and ornery.
Now he was a 17-year-old kid. Now, so if you'd have been on the trial and you saw that kid egg that, if that politician had a gun and had blown that kid's head off, you would not vote for manslaughter for that.
Well, that depends on whether or not the politician is allergic to eggs.
Yeah.
He might have thought that it was an explosive device.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would have punched the kid. I'd have punched him in the face. You put an egg on me. I mean, that's a real assault because it's hard to get out of your head, and it's a real. You know what, man? That is a real. It's just.
You do realize that there are people that go to professionals to get egg worked into their hair. Now, I understand that wouldn't be very effective for you.
Yes.
But it is a treatment. I even know of people that go and get their ass reamed out by machines.
Yes, that is true.
So I don't know what's worse: is it an assault on your ass or a egg on the head? You know, it's head on 1, 2. Wow, what was that?
Sorry, I got disconnected. I had to call back into the show.
Jesus.
Did you?
Yes. But we are back.
Yes. So Egg Boy, Egg Boy is getting a lot of support. And
is he?
Yes, he is. He's getting a lot of support.
Why hasn't that video been banned in New Zealand and Australia?
I don't know. And he said,
obviously, a hateful video.
The Egg Boy is saying, this is the moment when I felt so proud to exist as a human being. Let me inform you all, guys. Muslims are not terrorists, and terrorism has no religion. All those who consider...
No, Muslims are not terrorists. Didn't that Pakistani guy shoot up a tram in Norway in retaliation?
Did he? I'm not. Yeah, I haven't. I've been so.
No, they're not. They're not. They never terrorize anybody. Muslims are always good.
Yes. Well, that's what the Egg Boy. Yes.
Yes. So, will it be against the law to have this video?
I don't know.
Will the egging video be against the law?
I'm not sure. Probably not. No, probably not.
What's the purpose of this show that I seem to have screeched to a halt?
It's about the Egg Boy. The Egg Boy is a scumbag. That's
what about?
He's a scumbag.
That's it? That's all you want to say?
Well, it's also the fact that the left seems to support and be in rapid support of this person who did what he did.
Well, apparently the left is responsible for getting Judge Jeanine Pirro up there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I hear it is. I hear it's not Brett Baer. Who's the other chucklehead over there during the day?
Are you talking about
Major
Tucker
something?
Okay, but Tucker, they've been talking also about. No, I've heard Jeanine, that person is going to be permanently off of Fox News.
You heard that, huh?
Yeah. Is it only a ban?
And what did she exactly say? Did she throw an egg at a guest?
No, she talked about the hijab. The hijab.
I think she talked about loyalties of Ilhan Omar as to whether or not she was loyal to Sharia or to the U.S. Constitution, which I don't see as a out-of-line question, considering the nonsense that's come out of her mouth.
Now, there is a gentleman, Canner Tals, I think it's...
Hold on. Use your words. Get your...
Slow down.
Feel your tongue slipping back. Feel your tongue slipping back into your throat.
Canner Talisman. He says, Dear Egg Boy, I am a philosophy professor in Turkey. We really appreciate what you did. I will pay for tickets and 10 days in a five-star hotel, whatever you want in Turkey.
Yeah, you do realize he'll probably have a finger up that 17-year-old's ass, and he'll be playing with his prostate.
Yes. Well,
I have tickets, and I'm going to give you a prostate massage. Ooh.
I heard he was offered a Ferrari.
Yeah, the left is they're out of control. Really, when I'll be glad I'm not in the U.S., but when the shooting starts, I won't have any sympathy for them.
Well,
no, I've already told you I don't have a lot of sympathy for these nice Muslim folks that got killed in the mosque.
Well, I do.
I know if that was a church or a synagogue, they'd be cheering it.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I think there are westernized Muslims who do not feel that way.
Are there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
And by the way, we are taking calls. You can call us on our 917-889-9178. Talk to these two guys, and can you please ask why Egg Boy is a hero? Why is Egg Boy a hero?
Why?
I think Egg Boy should have been knocked out.
That's what Mr. Midnight Movie said.
Yes. And
I think if the Australian guy turned around with pepper spray and pepper sprayed that little bastard until he cried, that would have been okay.
So we have Melissa Hill in the on our chat board, and she says, "ScumBag, I save."
I would love it if she called in and talked to you about this. I mean, this is what we need people to call in and talk to you about Egg Boy. It'd really make my day. What did she write? What did she write?
Well, you know what? Debbie just said, I think it's a Liz sock account.
Only Mr. Midnight Movie could fall for it. It's Melissa Hill. She's here.
Yeah, you know what? Well,
it's not beyond reasonable. Melissa, former adult actress who has a talk radio show that Brian, Mr. Midnight Movie, and I listen to all the time. It's great. It's a great show. And if you think Debbie is good at drama, 1 hour with Melissa Hill will change your mind.
Yes.
So is there any kind of rules or regulations on Blog Talk Radio for convicted felons being able to use sock accounts on Spreaker?
Okay.
Well, it's, you know what, I mean, people don't. There's certain people that probably avoid the show.
That's a general question.
There's people that avoid a show. No. Yeah, Mr. Midnight Movie's choice to bring you on is that the risk?
Okay, first of all,
as listeners.
Okay,
why does my sound so bad? Why do I sound
because
so
you're an evil person. But here's the deal. Okay.
I have turned up all the way. I don't know what else I could do differently.
Yeah.
You sound fine on Blog Talk Radio.
Here's the deal. I don't.
So again,
no.
I heard
Okay,
the way.
first of all,
I heard the way that I sounded.
Okay.
The last time I was on this abomination of, however, you've got Blog Talk Radio piped through. Mm-hmm. You obviously don't know what you're doing. It sounds like shit.
No, now it doesn't. Right now it sounds great.
It sounds wonderful. But here's the deal.
Yeah, sounds good for you.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm going to do some tests. I'm going to do some testing, right, so you guys keep talking. I'll be right back in a few minutes.
All right. So JP's going here.
Now, did you not like my? Did you not like my question? It was a very generic question.
No, I didn't. And I don't like.
I only asked.
Yeah, that okay. First of all, no, I don't like that question, and that's why I don't like you on my show sometimes, because I don't like that kind of stuff. I don't like giving that type of thing.
Well, that's a valid question.
No, it's you using my show, and you've called. By the way, you called my Skype several times, knowing that I didn't want that on there. That's one of the reasons I don't pick up your Skype and I have you on Blog Talk, because it's easier to hang up on you when you're on the thing. So and Debbie says her audio sounds great on both shows, and she might be correct, but I'm just gonna.
So again, you've got my sound completely fucked up.
Probably, but not as fucked up as you, by the way. But and I don't know how bad it sounds. I don't know.
I know how bad it sounded the last time, and it sounded like shit.
Yeah. And I'll just ask. I'm just wondering if she's on our show. If she's in the show.
And it's your fault.
Because we're thinking it's somebody else with a sock account. But you know what? It could be her.
Well, I would like you to make sure that there are no criminal sock accounts in your chat room, please.
Oh my God, will you stop with that nonsense? You just, like I said, I don't like that. And you know I don't like it. And you know that's one of the reasons why.
I haven't said anything about anybody. I just said very broad terms.
You're doing things.
You should not have any criminal sock accounts.
You're doing things you know that I don't like. And you're choosing to do it even against my objections. So.
Why have you made my sound so awful?
Because I do not. It is precisely this reason why I do not pick you up, because you say things about certain. You use my platform for your personal vendettas against people.
I have not said anything about any specific person yet. I specifically, very generally, made a statement.
Well, you're making a statement, yeah, and it's not illegal for someone to do that, and you're thinking someone who is, but you're using my show.
For what?
For vendetta purposes. To a degree, it is hidden, but it's.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I've made a very general statement that on Blog Talk Radio, it should be against the law for any felon to have a felonious sock account showing up on Spreaker.
That's not against the law, by the way, and convicted felons can do that as well. Yeah. But
are you sure about that? I just wanted to make sure.
I'm pretty sure, and that was an unreasonable question, and it makes me resent you for doing that. And it's you call me several times, knowing that I don't want to pick up your call, precisely for that reason. And it is rather
I
forceful of
find
you
that
to
to
do
be, well, I find that to be very strange, Mr. Midnight Movie, as I've not mentioned any names.
So, yeah, Melissa Hill says, she says scumbag and punk ass is her side of the debate. It's more of a punk
Okay.
than it is a scumbag.
I've just returned from the kitchen with some astounding scientific news.
Yes.
You shouldn't be running Spreaker. So.
Oh, it should be you?
Yeah, I guess I'll have to run both of them because when you run it, Howard's not coming in, right?
Well,
our caller.
Sounds like shit.
Why didn't you run Spreaker to begin with, JP?
Because I'm running BTR.
But you can't do both?
I guess I could. It's a pain in the ass, but I'll do it.
It's obviously Mr. Midnight Movie's fault.
It's his fault.
It's probably my fault. Well, one of the things was I didn't want to take your call to begin with, so you're sounding like garbled crap because, you know.
Well, now you keep saying that. You keep saying that. And again, I've not mentioned anybody's name. I don't know who you're thinking of.
But, okay. Let me just say, Melissa, we're not talking about you or anybody that you know, but it is a person that, and I'm seeing deleted messages here. I don't know why, but no, it is a person. Well, I think he's alluding to a person that we both know, and that's one of the reasons why. Because I like One Angry. He has good content, but he's got vendetta against a certain Spreaker host, and he's using.
Don't say the name. Don't say the name.
He's using. I'm not saying anybody's
I have
name.
been pure. I have been pure in my thoughts tonight and have not mentioned any names. Don't say the name.
He is using our platform for his vendetta.
It's disturbing.
I'm not.
And yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Disturbing.
And that's not right for you to do that. It's just it's you know, like I said, but by coming on and using it, you're yeah, and it's kind of.
You are destroying my good sound, sir.
No, I am preserving your good sound.
Yes, but please. You know what? Can we get back?
Please, people.
Can we get back to Egg Boy? And just a reminder, JP, you do control the mute button on there if he over talks me. That's another thing.
Yes.
Yeah, because you tend to over chatter other people, and I think I think your shingles is getting worse. By the way.
Yeah, it's gotten into your throat.
You have an egg boy.
It's got.
You have an egg boy throwing eggs to your bald head right now.
You know what?
Shut up! Shut up! I'm gonna mute you.
You seem very upset. Why are you so upset?
Oh my God! I can't stop laughing.
But why do you do that to people? You'll call in like continually, like on Spreaker or on Skype, even though the person doesn't want to talk to you, and they're not engaging with you.
I don't know. I don't know who you have in mind, Mr. Midnight Movie. I have not mentioned a name.
Yeah. Well, now Melissa says she does not know enough about the egg bog situation. She's basing her opinion solely on his actions and not the reasons behind his actions. In my opinion, there is no good reason behind that action. By the way, even if the person was racist.
Mr. Midnight Movie, can I help you? Can I help you understand this?
Go ahead.
Situation better?
Yes, thank you. Go ahead.
If I said to you, Mr. Midnight Movie, if I said on the air that you and me and JP we would prefer not to have child molesters on the show. Would you support that?
Okay. What? Again, what do you mean by child molest, dude? What do you mean by that?
Well, somebody who's been convicted of molesting a child.
Well,
so if I said to you
let me
that child molesters should have no place on the show, would you argue that they do?
Let me say this. If I'm doing an interview, I'm not promoting child molestation, but if I'm doing an interview with a convicted child molester, then I would have him on the show. I would not have him on the show if he was promoting his actions and believed that his actions were appropriate. Probably not.
So would you be okay interviewing a child molester?
I told you I might.
What if they were using your show as a way of gaining access to more child molestation?
I think we'd have to reconsider our content if that was the case.
And what if the egg boy was the victim of child molestation in New Zealand or Australia, wherever he was from?
Yes.
Australia. But there was another.
And now an older adult punches him in the face and brings back the trauma of all of the violence that has been perpetrated against him.
Yes. Okay.
I'm going to the bathroom.
That MP should go to jail. Maybe that MP should be shot. But the video should be kept off the internet.
So censor the video.
Did you cry today for any Palestinians that were killed by the Israelis as they were throwing rocks at the Israeli soldiers?
People don't care as much as the Egg Boy. Egg Boy's fresh.
Well, what about all those people killed in the mosque?
Well, this story certainly complemented the 49 Christchurch victims nicely. 2 stories from down under in about a week. You gotta scratch them and say what's.
I would think that the biggest thing to discuss is why was the video censored? Why was the video scrubbed from the internet?
Oh man.
And why was it scrubbed from the internet in the United States? Why, listen, if the Kiwis are so sensitive that they can't see truth, why should I be censored from seeing it?
Are you talking about the shooting?
Yes. I'm certainly not talking about the egging.
So what are you trying to get at here with the shooting? Because I have strong thoughts on the shooting. I'm not sure where you're coming from yet.
Why is it being hidden?
Well, I have a theory. I just don't think it matches either of your opinions. Mr. Midnight Movie, why are they censoring it?
I think people consider it the same reason they scrub the beheadings and other things from the internet, because they're considered too shocking. So
Revelatory for
you're not going to see. I mean,
adult thinking minds can't handle that information.
And who made this determination?
Somebody with a very right. I mean, there must be some psychology instilled into this decision. the ramifications to me are ridiculous. It's absurd.
Well, I mean, I remember watching that live when and I didn't even know like it was in New Zealand at the time. I clicked on my Twitter feed and I just was scrolling it down and I saw it. Someone just going through a mosque and killing people, and I thought it was in an Islamic country that this was being done. And I saw the people like huddled in masses and him just opening fire. It was a really shocking thing. And what he did was really, really vile. So I have no support for that person. But at the same token, that doesn't give the egg boy the right to assault him. He did hit him first, and in my opinion, even deserved to get punched. So, and why it's not on, they scrub a lot of things that are violent, and that are just that are like that. I mean, they like shootings and stuff. They don't put out there. I mean, you have to, and you can probably you can probably find it if you look hard enough. I mean, you could find beheading videos as well if you look hard enough. So, I don't know if that even answers the question.
Does it answer the question? No. Okay, I didn't think so either. It was a long-winded.
Because I have no idea what he. I have no idea what he said.
Yeah, it was almost a non sequitur.
Thank you. I just came back from the restroom, by the way, so you have to give me a. I don't know.
We'll give you a pass.
Give me a pass, like you didn't pass to me before. So the question is, why is that scrubbed from the internet? And the truth is,
I think I blocked one of your shots today.
Did you?
By
really?
the way,
yeah.
Yeah.
Probably fouled me.
Yeah, I think I did. I think I got a little bit of your hand.
Yeah, but I mean, why is something blocked from the internet? I mean, like. Anyway, let me see here.
I mean, what? Wait. I mean, like.
Wait, he's processing his thoughts.
Why is it blocked from the internet? I mean, like.
It doesn't help to
yeah. Please, yeah. And this is another reason why I don't want you on there, because you just. All right.
You're resetting his whole process. Yeah. Thank you.
So I'm reading the chat room here. Melissa Hill says there is currently on YouTube videos of fatal car accidents whose occupants were live streaming during the car crash. So shocking. Isn't the sole reason for removing the massacre video from the internet? Also, there could be family members as well who, there are people that perhaps lost loved ones. What the hell's going on?
I don't know.
But there are people that have. Why is she saying F U M N? Why is Political Woodstock saying that to me? She's. And also she says.
We've obviously upset her greatly.
Well, I'm sorry that I've upset you. Yeah, and.
Are there any videos of Political Woodstock that you have proliferated on the internet?
Never. All right, let's get back. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Okay. And then Melissa Hill says, if they give hate crime a platform, then it would encourage even more to use the platform for their hate crimes.
Yes.
Well, yeah. I don't know if she's talking about the assault.
So you're telling me that you're for censorship, Mr. Midnight?
No. That's what Melissa Hill said.
Can you read it so it's clear? Or do you need me to read it? I'm not sure what you're saying.
Okay, why don't you come in and look at the
It sounds like you're falling asleep. Is your diabetes getting to you?
It's starting to, but why don't you read it and then
go in here. Okay, Melissa says there is currently on YouTube videos of fatal car accidents whose occupants were live streaming during the crash. So shocking. Isn't the sole reason for removing massacre video from the internet. If they give hate crime a platform, then it would encourage even more to use the platform for their hate crimes. Do you agree with this?
Well, I don't know if you mean hate speech, because to me there is no hate speech. There's only speech, and I don't think. I think that they should, give, like I said, for me, freedom of speech is something that we cherish in this country. If she's talking about that, I'm not sure whether or not Melissa's talking about speech or if she's talking about hate crime. I mean, because what that are that violent crime and that violent act
Darn it, one of these days we got to get her on here so we can have a full conversation and we don't have to interpret text messagings.
Yes.
But one day it'll happen. I'm convinced.
Yeah, you probably will.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
To join us sometime, Melissa. And Jew, you sound lost. Are you making food? What's preoccupying you? You sound awful.
I'm going to make coffee. Well, listen, my sound is your fault, not mine.
You're clanging on things.
Yes.
That's Mr. Midnight Movie. He still has the remnants of his visit to Leah.
I'll tell you something. Yes. He uses, and then Political Woodstock, Holly Howe is called a deterrent story, and then, okay. And I don't know why she's saying F you to me. Political Woodstock is still, I don't know why she's upset.
I think she's having a rough time. I think she's having a tough time. All the other people, all the typical players are calling her names, and she's having a tough week.
Well, I'm not calling her any names, and she's been calling me names. I thought me and her have always gotten along, but apparently, well, not always.
Not always. Let's not push it. But we do appreciate your presence, Blog Talk, Political Woodstock. We have another comment from Melissa Hill.
Oh. Yes.
Okay. The caller asked why the massacre video was being censored from the internet. She's talking about you, Jew. So my response is this. It's being hidden because people don't want to give hate crime a larger platform. Then someone asked, maybe it's being removed because it's too shocking for some videos, for some viewers.
So
my response is shocking.
All right, you got to shut up for a minute, please.
Are the beheadings
shocking videos of fatal car crashes?
Can you shut this butthole up?
Yeah, were the beheadings by ISIS removed?
Son of a bitch.
They removed the beheadings by ISIS?
All right, hold on. I muted him. What's your point? I'm bringing him back.
The beheadings by ISIS.
Yeah. There we go. I can practice with the button.
Behead you to get rid of your shingles. It would be medical. Remove your head. Remove the shingles. I didn't get Egg Boy banned, Debbie. Why are you saying that? Plus, Egg Boy got... Oh, Egg Boy did ban... Oh, by the way, someone who was supporting Egg Boy banned me.
On YouTube?
Yes. And, yes. No, so what she's saying is... Oh, man, I got to take another drink of water.
Can you believe this?
Sorry.
I can't believe my ears.
My diabetes.
Mr. Midnight Movie.
It's like paraplegic radio.
What did you say to Egg Boy to get banned?
Oh, well, I only made a comment and they said I couldn't comment on this page. So it was something that I had said I think I had said something before, and I think the person had banned me specifically from I think it was from the Majority Report, and I have been banned from that thing. I'm not drinking beer. I don't drink at all.
Are you sure?
No. Yeah, you're right.
Sometimes you sound drunk.
Yeah, that's the
Sure
diabetes.
does eat well.
I do eat. Eating causes me to, I guess, sound rather drunk. But God, my whole train of thought is going out the window.
It's diabetes.
Yes, the whole show's going out the window.
You know what? I hope your shingles kills you and you get AIDS. Thank you.
God. I hope not. I hope you get better from shingles. Is it starting to clear up? There were visible marks across your torso. Are those going away?
Oh, it's all scabbed up and fucking itchy.
Oh,
the nice thing about it is you can scratch them.
Yeah.
That's good.
The one thing is also, and it's worse with diabetes, you probably look like something that Jesus needs. You probably look like you have leprosy. Jesus needs to heal you.
Is this one of the plagues?
I think I look quite normal.
Yeah. Taiwanese Jesus will come and heal you. Oh, shut up, political Woodstock.
Yeah.
This guy called me 9 times today on my Skype when I wouldn't take it. Don't tell me I'm being cruel. Nonsense. Give me a break.
You are being cruel, and she's exactly right. How dare you?
But
what angry Jew is he being even remotely awful to you at all? I don't think so.
All right, God, man.
The white flag just went right on top of his apartment building.
Yeah, he just threw up the
white
top.
flag up there.
There's a white flag. I'm getting tired. I want to go to Betty Bye.
I think Debbie had made the perfect comment. Is it just me or anyone else confused here?
Well, the basic.
Got confusing because I think Mr. Midnight Movie and Melissa Hill should have a chat one day. I really want to hear it, and you really wanted to read her comments, and reading the comments is really kind of tricky unless you have like a segment kind of set up for it.
Yes, but I also want to add, by the way, that
you have no finesse in your game. You just start barreling into. I'm just gonna skewer you right now and give you some 10 critiques to sleep on because I feel your white flag's been raised and you're about to pass out and you're checked out. So you need to color the picture a little more in more detail. So you got to tell people what you're talking about, and if you want to go into the chat board, let's do a segment. We'll just have a segment for chat board, and that way we have no confusion over where the conversation's going. So I think that's where it got kind of skewed tonight.
Yes. Well,
we got tilted.
Yeah, I just want to add that one angry Jew hurts my diabetes, and part of me does, hope it's, I don't know, cancer or I know shingles can be very painful, and people almost commit suicide when they're on that. And I don't wish that upon you, but maybe you need some deep therapy too to realize all the people you've done wrong in your life, Uncle Maury. He's not answering me.
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
Yes, you have shingles and you might commit suicide. Is that a truth?
Probably not.
Yes.
We had Purple Pill in our chat room. He made some crazy comments and left.
Well, I just wanted to say that, yeah, the Egg Boy is a scumbag. Free speech is under attack, and one angry Jew should make love to political Woodstock and have a child.
What is Egg Boy's real name?
I'm not even going to get into that. JP, is there anything else to add?
There's so much to add, but I feel like we're all getting I feel like you're getting tired.
Is there anything else you want to add?
You and we talked for 5 more hours.
Well, you can continue the Blog Talk radio show.
Yeah, I only got a few more minutes on it anyway, so we can go ahead. It's a good time.
That's mighty white of you, Mr. Midnight Movie.
You're very welcome. And what? I mean, we've been on for an hour, and that's a good enough time to get the kids. And somebody deserves a spanking. Political Woodstock, you've been very nasty to me. Shame on you.
Well, folks, this is the best show on Blog Talk and the best.
Whoa. Start over. Well, thank you all for listening, and tune in again if you're confused. So are we.
We're gonna unconfuse
to Inflammatory Talk.
I'm gonna go on a 24-hour fast. Thank you.
Yes, a fast would be good. Join me. I've been fasting all week, actually. Not 100%. I'm doing 3/4 fasts, and it's been working off big time. Anyways, that's it for this show. Join us again every Wednesday night here on Inflammatory Talk. We'll do shows in between too, but Wednesday nights for sure.